So, hi, fresh boy from Kuwait. I love it. I love that. The weather is always the way it is in Nigeria. Hot, warm, sticky. Okay. Yes, I'm from Nigeria, but I'm actually living in the United States of America. And I've been here for the past, I lose count, for the past 20 years. So that's enough about me. I've been trading for the past 20 years. And in the past 3 years, I got into options trading. I got into cryptocurrency back in 2017. And now cryptocurrency is all the rage. The chart I have in front of us is a Bitcoin. If you look to the top left, it's a Bitcoin US dollar chart. So for those of you who want to get into Bitcoin and you have US dollars, this is the chart you want to be looking at. But what I really want to show is, and the topic for today is, can Bitcoin really go to the moon? A lot of the institutions are predicting $100,000. Now we're already at the halfway point. I made a video last October 2020, and when I made that video, the price of the price of Bitcoin was, I want to say it was like $14,000 or $15,000. That was in October. It's not even 6 months ago. So here we are. The price of Bitcoin has tripled already. And so in answer to the question, can Bitcoin go to the moon? Well, if we're already predicting $100,000 and we have one institution, JP Morgan, they predicted $150,000, then let's see. So one thing humans cannot do is we are not in the future. The best we can do is to predict. But we have information. We have historical data on these charts. So this gives us the information over the past. This is a daily chart. If you look top left again, you see D. So D means each and every one of these candlesticks is representing one day. And so this green candlestick right here is what's going on with Bitcoin today. Yesterday is the red candlestick just before it. So if we count these days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, over the past 6 days, Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin has plummeted. It's gone down from 58. If you look to the right of this horizontal line, you see the price of Bitcoin. It went to 58,300 and it went to the highest it's ever been. On the 21st of February. So that was last week, Sunday. I want to say, last week, Sunday. But it's been coming down. It's dropping. It's come down at least $10,000. So a lot of us holding Bitcoin, we're looking at our portfolio going down, 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 down. So what does that mean? Does it mean it's time to jump out of cryptocurrency? Is there anybody here who sold their Bitcoin? Let me know in the chat box where you got scared and you sold your Bitcoin over the last week. Let's know if you're one of the sellers. Well, I'm here to let you know that the worst thing you could do is to sell. You want to hold on to your Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to become more and more expensive. So if I bought one Bitcoin in October of last year at, say, $13,000, today my Bitcoin would be worth, now this is the candlestick for today, this green one. We go to the top of the box of that green box and we look to the right. Today, if I bought my Bitcoin at, say, $15,000 in October, today it would be worth $47,000. Now, if I also want to see the price in October, I just change this D here to month. And if I change it to the month, I see each of these candlesticks now represents a month. And if we go back to October, here, this is the candlestick of October. Now, if we go from the bottom of the candlestick At the start of October, the price of Bitcoin was 10,600. By the end of October, the price of Bitcoin will go to the top of that green candlestick. So from $10,000 to $13,000 in October. So this shows us the price, historical price data over the past years. So it's interesting to look at, because when you look at the charts, the charts will give you confidence to know what you really want to do if you're holding that coin, or if you want to get into it. Now, for those of you who may be sold, or for those of you who maybe want to get back into cryptocurrency, this is what I would do. The very first thing you want to do is you want to be able to draw your levels. So to draw your levels are the points, different price points at which we have, where there's price action. So our support and resistance levels will always occur where there's buyers and sellers. There's this tug of war. The buyers are buying and sending the price up. The sellers are selling and sending the price down. And those are the points we want to look for. And how do we find them? Well, if we look to the left, you always look to the left. So you're looking at the oldest data. If we look to the left, we see 1, 2, 3 candlesticks about the same level. All three of them hit this level right here. So I'm going to draw a level right there. Okay. And then I'm going to constantly, as I'm moving up, look for points at which there was, you see, a couple of candlesticks over a few days, kind of, it's going up, it's coming down. Those are some obvious levels. So we're going to draw another one right here. Okay. Now let's keep on moving on in time. We have another level here. Now, over to the left, I want you to look to the right. When you look to the right, let's draw that level. So I drew this level on account of these two candlesticks. But if you look to the right, look what happened with these two candlesticks. They tried to go past the old level. They couldn't, and they came back down. The second day it tried to go past the level. It couldn't. It came back down. Let's keep going. We see these 2 days here. Oh, actually, I see a better level right about here. So you really want to fill your chart with levels. Your levels are like, like your navigation system. They let you know where you're going, what time you're going to get there. And if you make a wrong turn, your navigation will let you know. I'm going to draw a level at this point as well, because I'm drawing this level here because over here, we see over the course of 2 days, the red candlestick to the left couldn't break down below this level. But by the next day, there's a breakdown. And then, of course, our greatest resistance level is going to be right here. It's our greatest resistance level because Bitcoin has not gone past this level. So we could actually draw it there. We can draw it at the top of the wick as well. Bitcoin has not gone past this level ever in the history of time. If you want to get back into your trades, you're going to get back when, because price action has come all the way down to this green candlestick now. The minute it passes, let me change that color. The minute it passes, let's turn that to, once price goes up past, here it is, 48,000, it's broken above a resistance level. Resistance because this candlestick couldn't get past it. This candlestick couldn't get past it. None of these candlesticks. This green one did get past it, but the next day it came right back down. And there was a breakup, and then it came back and broke down. So this is the white level is a very strong resistance level. And if I was going to pick up some more Bitcoin, which I constantly pick up Bitcoin, I would pick it up the minute it passes above $48,000. What you want to look out for, what is most exciting is what you really want to look out for is when Bitcoin is passing this topmost level. Once it passes the topmost level, guys, the purple level, once it goes beyond the highest it's ever been, it's going to keep going. It's going to keep going. Why do I say that? Well, let's look back to January 21. The highest level it had ever been was here. It came down. What happened when it passed it on this day? On this day, February 8th. The minute it shot past the previous highest level, look what happened. Pum, 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 pum. There's so much money to be made. So that's it for the teaching part. I'm so excited about Bitcoin. I'm so excited that I can be here explaining to you the importance of Bitcoin. And for those of you who feel maybe you missed the boat because the price of Bitcoin has been coming down, no, you haven't. Bitcoin is still going up. So today is as good a time as ever to get into cryptocurrency. So I'll take some of your questions. I'll start from the top. Log says he's a Forex trader. Oh, nice. And that's one thing I haven't really tried, Forex trading, but I hope to look into it very soon. And you've been in Forex for 7 years. Well, if you've been in Forex for up to that long, you should be familiar with charting, because the charting is the same, whether you're charting shares, you're charting options, cryptocurrency, Forex. The charts speak the same language. Okay, you want to know how to scan for a potential coin to trade. Well, again, that's a different topic. Scanning for either stocks or coins to trade is a completely different topic. So it's something I'll look into maybe next week. We'll see. You also want to know how to start using USDT. Yes, you have a lot of questions. I can see that. You may want to, if you have a lot of questions to ask, I will suggest joining my Telegram group. I've left the link at the top of the chat. And why do I recommend my Telegram group? Because there are a bunch of traders on that group who, some of them are more experienced than I am. And I found that when you have a lot of questions, many times before I can even get to answer your question, you have a bunch of other experienced guys answering your questions for you. So, Log, you may want to join my Telegram group. And you're still holding Doge. Yes, so am I. I'm holding my Doge from 4 years ago. So you know I've made a bit of money on Doge because 4 years ago, Doge was less than 1 cent. I don't know. It has so many zeros at the end of it. You know, so, okay. Dave, I do not know much about Reef. Can you explain what Reef is? Okay. The RSI, Dave is saying the RSI is the easiest thing for beginners to learn for day trading. Dave, there's so many indicators out there, and every indicator has its own flavor, if you like. So to be successful at day trading, you can't afford to just like one indicator. You got to have a bunch of them. Now, I do know traders who trade without indicators, and they use purely price action and volume to determine whether to get into a trade or not. But yeah, our RSI, I use RSI, but it's not the only indicator that I use. Dave, oh, DeFi. I still can't answer your questions. I would still suggest that you join my Telegram group, because you have a bunch of other traders in there who are more savvy. I just kind of focus on cryptocurrency, and I know DeFi is a branch of cryptocurrency, but I can't answer your questions on DeFi. Today, I'm simply talking about Bitcoin and the fact that there's still more potential in Bitcoin to the upside. And why do I know that Bitcoin is going to the moon? Not because I can see into the future, but I can look at the charts. So charting is something that is important to really get down, to really understand, because that's the only language all our financial securities speak. Why you good luck says, how can I know a profitable coin to day trade in cryptocurrency? How can you know a profitable coin to day trade? I think good luck, if everybody knew that, then day trading wouldn't be so hard. That is the golden fleece. That is what we all try to attain onto. One good way is to have your ears to the ground. And that's why it's important to be part of a community. So when others pick up on the imminent move of a coin and they say, Doge is the next coin that's, going up, because they're studying the charts and they're so experienced at studying charts, then you want to be in on that group. So you could start off with my Telegram group. Of course, you can always do your own research. But what I find, Dave, is everybody's at different levels with their levels of research. And at the end of the day, think about it. There are over 4,000 coins out there. How much research can you do on 4,000 coins? I mean, yes, you have your indicators and the like, but it always helps. Trading is not something that you can last long in if you trade on your own. You need to have inputs to the financial news, what's going on, what companies are merging with what coins are doing, what the new coins are, what coins are moving, and that's a lot of information. A website that I do tend to recommend go to my Telegram group, and there's a website there that I tend to recommend where they actually sell signals. I'm not into selling signals personally, but I have a couple of my subscribers who use it, and it's okay. I've made some money on some of their signals. Now, Carol has a question. Carol says, I currently belong to a practices group, economics, trading with Forex. We have a member who had no reading experience, and in the last 2 weeks, he has made $1.6 million trading crypto. Very, very possible. Very, very possible, because that's why you have to be part of a community where you may have no experience and you can make money. But the question you have to ask, Carol, is what's the percentage of people who have no experience and go straight into trading and make $1.6 million? That's the question. And what's the percentage of newbies who go in and lose everything they're going with? It's the percentages we're looking at. It's a bit like, when you trade the lottery, there is a very slim chance that you will win the jackpot of millions of dollars. People will say there's a greater chance of being hit by lightning than winning the lottery. So you always want to learn your charting. No, Dave, I don't own research. I do my own research, but I don't sell it. I don't give it out or anything like that. And you also want to know what news outlets do I use? Well, I think I will say my main one is Twitter. I subscribe to quite a few experienced traders on Twitter. And so I get a lot of news feed on a daily basis from them. And I have actually bought a subscription also on Twitter I think I've done it twice. So if you want more information on that, Dave, you can join my Telegram group and ask me. You see, because the reason why I'm talking about my Telegram group is you can actually converse with me better on there. And many times, even before I get the time to come to answer your questions, somebody else has done it. So the point is for you to be in the know as a trader. So Carol, I hope I answered your question about not necessarily needing to read the charts, but it's always to your benefit to be able to read the charts. Yeah. That's if you don't want to lose money. You know, there's a statistic out there that 90% of new traders quit. Over 90% of traders who start trading lose their money and quit. So the statistics are high and stacked against the new trader. What do I think of Cardano? Well, there's a lot of activity going on with Cardano. And see the importance, this is what I'm talking about. Mogadishu. Mogadishu, where are you beaming in from? Let's know. So this is why I say Cardano has already made this great move. And getting into Cardano right now, you may lose some money because it may be trying to retrace. If we look at our Bitcoin chart, we can see, I'm going to close it in a bit. We can see this great massive movement to the left of the chart. Most of last year, it was just, heading up. And then we have this retracement. These retracements are so important because no matter the financial instrument, it will always retrace after a while. Okay, there's always that retracement. But the question is, after it's retraced, we want it heading back up. So we have another major movement going on now, and we have another retracement. So what does it tell us? So the question is, after this retracement, is it going back up? Yes, we can tell it's going back up. Because if we look at these two candlesticks, today's candlestick and yesterday's candlestick, they both bounced off the same level. They both bounced off this last green level. And so that's already a movement back upwards. So if you're not in it, this is a good time to get back in it. I would say the price of Bitcoin is heading back up. So that's what I think of Cardano. You may have missed the boat for now with the big movement is made. It may be in retracement mode for now. But if you got your ear to the ground, if you can do your research and look at the support levels. Now, what is the ticker symbol for Cardano? Isn't it ADA? I think it's ADA. ADA. Is that the one? Can you confirm? Okay. Okay, I'm trying to pull that up to look at the actual charts, but I'm not being successful here. So let's move on to the next question. Hi, Luna the Moon from Sweden. I know the weather in Sweden will be pretty similar to what we have right now in New York, maybe much colder. The Master Dad one. Thoughts on Facebook? High cash flow, but no one talking about it. It's interesting that you should talk about is FB. Is that Facebook? Please confirm. Is FB? Are you referring to Facebook? I would think you're referring to Facebook. Yes, so I can tell, there's maybe you're into the fundamentals, you trade some fundamentals. So when you say high cash flow, what are you referring to? What particular fundamentals are you referring to? As a day trader or as a scalper? And I won't talk for everybody, but for myself, I don't get into fundamentals. The only thing I'm looking for is that there's liquidity. Liquidity meaning there are enough buyers and sellers. There's enough money in that stock at that moment such that if I were to enter into a trade, I would be able to exit the trade. I have a small trading group. There are like 3 of us, and one of the members did mention Facebook, and I forget what he or she mentioned, what he mentioned about it, but he did flag it up last week as a potential to get into. So Facebook might be a possibility. Yeah. Facebook and yeah. Okay. As a long-term investment, well, one of the richest men in the Warren Buffett, will I say in the world or in the United States? Let me be safe by saying in the United States. His strategy is to buy into undervalued companies. So these are companies that he believes in and he believes have greater value than the current valuation. And when you do that with a company that you believe in, like say Facebook, then it may take a while, but yeah, the value can only go up. So when you're talking about long-term investments, yes, you're talking about putting your capital into it as a true shareholder, because as a day trader, I don't consider myself a true shareholder because I hold the shares for as short a period as I need to make money, and then I sell the shares. But when, as a true shareholder, you really believe in the company and you believe that the price is going up, then you see, this is what I would suggest. Whenever you're investing, it's always important to invest at least 80% of your capital, your available capital for investment, to always invest it into into stocks or something, into stocks or crypto coins that you believe in over the long term. And then you only trade with 20% or less of your income. So that's what I practice. I have 80%, I have over 80% of my investment capital invested in shares, American shares, international shares as well as cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. And then I'll only trade with, just that 20% or less. So if you believe in Facebook, go for it. Put your 80% in there and trade with your 20%. I don't know about the trillion, but yeah. Good Luck says, how about Litecoin? What should be our faith there? I lost over 35,000 Naira trading Litecoin this week. I'll say one thing, because I don't know much about all the coins, but I will say one thing, and that is you only lose when you sell. You only lose when you sell. Now, this is a chart of Litecoin, and you can see it looks almost identical to Bitcoin. The price, the price movement over the past, it's a daily chart, so over the past, I'll say 4 months, 3 months, it looks very similar. So we've had this major move up, and then we have this time of retracement. Okay, can you see this? So it took, this looks like 3 weeks between 10 January and 1st of February. So that's 3 weeks. It just kept on coming down. So the deal is, do you sell when it's coming down? So what the tool I tend to use to know whether to stay in a trade or to sell is the Fibonacci retracement. And I do have a video, I think 2 videos I've made on the Fibonacci retracements. And all it is it helps you draw automated support and resistance lines. Now, this is the tool, this one here to the left. So this is our Fibonacci. There it is here. Fibonacci retracement tool. And so what you would do is you will look for the lowest point on your charts. You will click on it. Let's do that again. Let's pull that up. And then you would pull it to the top most of your chart. And what it does is it just draws these levels based on the Fibonacci series of numbers. And you can just look at it to see price action fell below the red level. Okay. Did it fall below the green level? No. So what does it look like it's trying to do at this green level? Buyers are sending the price down. Sellers are sending the price down. Buyers are sending it up. There's this tug of war going on. What do you think happens at a support? 2 things can happen at a support level. If the buyers overwhelm the sellers, then that price is shooting right back up. So good luck. I wouldn't say you lost. I would say you got caught in the retracement. But if you're patient, then that is the movement of Litecoin is similar to that of Bitcoin and is heading straight back up. So it's always important to know as a trader whether to hold on to your losing. Now, the best way not to lose, good luck, the very best way to not lose, you all should know this as traders, is to always set your stop losses. So again, you need to know how to set your stop loss, because all it does is it does exactly what it says. It stops your losses. So it's not saying you won't lose, but it's saying instead of losing 50%, we'll exit you from the trade after you've lost 2%, 1%, whatever it is you've set it at. So knowing how to use your stop losses is so important. So Carol, you're still talking about this person who made all these millions of dollars. So the next question is, how much is he investing? He's obviously investing a lot. So if you invested in Bitcoin or Litecoin back in February, you would have experienced let's see, 127. You would have experienced almost 100% increase. But if you invested $100, then you will get $100. You make $100 extra. But if he invested $250,000, he will get an extra $250,000. So I don't want you to get too excited about the quantity, because this person you're referring to is investing a lot. So we need to be looking at more percentages so as not to get ourselves too excited. But I mean, if not, oh, Carol says, do you have a tutorial on stop loss and take profit? I do have several tutorials on stop loss and take profit. I'll see if I can pull it up here, stop loss. So obviously, you know, actually, stop loss. If you just go to my channel, and I'm sure I have, sometimes it's hard. Here it is right here. The one that says how to use stop loss and take profits. How to use stop loss and take profit orders on Binance though. So all that does is it uses the TradingView setup on Binance, which is the biggest cryptocurrency, I would like to say, on the globe so far. The charting on that platform is TradingView's charting. So once you learn how to chart on TradingView, which is the platform I'm using here to chart, then yes, you can use Binance, the charts on Binance to set your stop losses and your take profit. Take profit is important, obviously. So the difference between a stop loss, setting a stop loss, and a take profit is the direction of price action. Price action is moving up, then you're setting your take profit. Price action is coming down, then you want to exit your trade with your stop loss at a minimal loss. So yes, in answer to your question, Carol, yes, I do have a tutorial on stop loss and take profit. Again, if you want to get that from me, join my Telegram group. It's just easier for me to say to join my Telegram group. And when you ask the question on the Telegram group, it will be there for me. I'll be alerted to that question, and it's easier for me to respond to you that way. So I think we're in exciting times, really, as traders, and we have to understand that trading is a journey. I guess it is possible, but it takes a while as a trader, I think, to get to a point where you feel there's nothing else to learn. Because there's no magic strategy. A strategy that works in a certain climate may not work in another. For instance, in a bullish climate, if stocks are increasing in price, the market is heading upwards, certain strategies will work better in that market than in a bullish market where the price movement is trending downwards. And you need probably a different type of strategy when price is not going anywhere. where if we look at this section here, I'm going to get rid of, let me see, I'm going to get rid of this Fibonacci chart. If we look at this area here, this is a good area to show price action is just not doing anything much. It's going up, it's coming down, it's going up, it's coming down. Up, down, up, down. And so it's a different strategy again that would work in that kind of climate, because it is possible to make money when stocks are not going anywhere. So that again is for option traders. It's a different style of trading. So, I mean, I hope I've answered your questions, and we've gotten, we're about 45 minutes into this live streaming. And yeah, if there are no more questions, then we'll just round it up. I hope it's been useful. I hope you've learned something. I mean, if nothing else, I would say take away the fact that if you're not into cryptocurrency, it's a good time to get into cryptocurrency. It's never late. You haven't missed the boat. Secondly, if you want to get your questions answered, since nobody is a perfect, what do you call it? No one is a perfect charter or perfect at reading the graphs. You know, we're constantly learning. So it's good to be in a group where there are others who are more experienced at chart learning, at chart reading. And so, but one thing I do get, you know, information. I have my ear to the ground. I know when things are moving. I always double check it against the charts. Never ever take, even when you buy signals, you know, and they say, in buying signals, they say enter at this point, sell at this point. Check your charts. If you're not in agreement with it, don't get into it. So I guess I'll take one more question. Good Luck says, I tried transferring 50,000 Naira from my Luno to Binance exchange, and 100,000 Naira was deducted, but the money didn't appear on my Binance. So let's read that again. What do you mean by you tried to transfer 50,000? Oh, from Luno to Binance. So do you mean you're transferring from one exchange to another? Or do you mean you're just converting your Luno coin into BNB? BNB is a Binance coin. And so I guess we can end on this note. With cryptocurrency, it's very important to, and I like to say this a lot, and that is that if you're moving monies around and you get the wrong address, because the address, the addresses that that are used in crypto are super long. I don't know, like 50 characters long, full of numbers and letters. If one digit is wrong, then your money is going to the wrong place. And once your money goes to the wrong place, it cannot be recovered. So you always want to copy the alphanumeric figure, the address. You never ever want to write, like type it out. You always want to copy it. And what I would suggest, if you're moving large sums of money, don't just move the whole sum. Move a small portion of that amount first. Make sure the address is correct. Make sure the money gets to its destination. And after that has occurred, then you can move the larger amount. It'll cost you some fees to do that, but I think it's worth doing that rather than losing everything. So you're transferring from Bitcoin to Bitcoin. You're still not making too much sense. Good Luck. You can't transfer from Bitcoin. You mean you're transferring Bitcoin from one platform to another. So then you're simply moving your Bitcoin from platform A to platform B. Because if that's what you mean, then I don't really understand your question. So I will call it a day. So what I suggest you do, Good Luck, to keep up this conversation, join my Telegram group, ask that question on the group, and I'm sure there'll be others who can maybe they've gone through that particular experience and can tell you exactly what's going on. But I hope today's session has been useful. I hope, I wish you all the best in your day-to-day trading. And I'll be here same time next week, 10 a.m., talking about important issues. Again, if you have any particular issues you'd want me to go over, again, mention it in the chat or join the Telegram group and let me know that you would like for me to go over any particular topic. There's no guarantee I'll go over the topic, but at least I'll add it to the list of suggested topics. And I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you all same time, same place next week.